Hey guys, this is gamercal playing Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. I really do not know how this one's gonna go, and I am very afraid of it actually. That might come as a surprise, but yeah, we're gonna use Mario and we're going to the side games. I don't know why I'm gonna use Mario for this because his control is terrible if I miss hit, but so far I've been hitting pretty good, so yeah. Birdie Challenge is what we're doing. It's on the new course, Congo Canopy. It's only ever available in modes like this because the entire thing is par 3s. Now the thing with this is, I've already done a couple of the modes of this. I've done it with Mario, that's why I'm continuing on. Basically you have to do the front 9 holes first, then the back 9 get unlocked, and then all 18, which is what I have to do now, is unlocked. The reason I did the front and back 9 first obviously is because, you know, if I'm doing all 18 in one shot, there's no point in doing separate videos for the front 9 and the back 9. So that is the general idea. The problem is, you have to birdie every single hole in order to progress. It doesn't matter if it's a chip in or otherwise, but you wouldn't want to be trying to chip in this thing. But yeah, you have to birdie every single hole to progress, and that basically means you've got to do all 18 holes in a row with birdies. This is scary. This is very, very scary. I'm already going to go one club up with this because I see that wind there. This basically tests your precision as well as your putting accuracy, I suppose, but it really tests your precision, and that is not a good start for precision testing. Come on, man, that's just terrible. I mean, it's okay because I don't have to get on the green. There is an advanced mode of this once you've cleared all 18, which is one-on-one putts, where you do have to. I have failed the first one. I didn't actually see the uphill there, so yeah, there is Mario's double bogey type of animation, I suppose. At least I think that's his double bogey one. It might be worse than that, to be honest, but yeah. It's not exactly super easy, to say the least. I really should have got that in, though. That's just dumb. But I missed the fact of there was a uphill there, so that was kind of stupid. Anyway, hopefully this isn't going to take too many attempts, and I really do hope to God that I can get this done, you know. It's an important mode to clear, and we really do need to see it. There is his birdie animation. Even if you do get a hole-in-one in this, you will always see the birdie animation. It's kind of weird that way. But yeah, that's just how it goes. So hopefully, these holes are going to treat me nicely. Obviously, you really don't want to be hitting into the hazards at all in this, because that would just be a disaster for, you know, you really do not want to be in the hazards whatsoever. If you have to hit out of a bunker in this, then you might as well give up. You know, you wouldn't give up because you would hit the shot anyway, but, you know, it's just annoying. This hole, wow, this hole's not too bad actually, to be perfectly honest. It's nice and straightforward enough. That was kind of slightly a mishit, but it's still gonna hit the green, which is the beautiful thing about it. And there we go. It's a pretty flat putt. Thankfully, with the way that pin was, the putt was always going to be a flat one, so that is nice. The thing with this course is that the front 9 and the back 9 are technically the same, you know, the same 9 holes. Like hole 10 is the same as hole 1, etc, etc. Also, the wind is a little bit more savage now that it's in hole 18 set. I know it's not big, being 3 miles an hour and stuff, but it's definitely larger than the wind I had before. The first one just about had no wind in the front 9. Back 9 had 1s and 2s, and now we've got 3s, and probably 4s are going to be involved as well. Also, this is not a good putt. I did not want to leave myself something like this. Oh god. Yeah, I don't like this one bit. Please go. Come on, please. Ah, god damn it. Overjudged, and now I have to restart the entire thing all over. This is what I'm afraid of at the moment, really. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut to either that hole again or my next fail, whichever comes first. I'm really hoping it's not the fail part, but you know, we're just going to go with that. So I will be back once we see that. Why did I put super backspin on that? That is definitely going to go off now. Oh jeez. Yeah, look at that. Freaking hell. Well, this might be my first fail after all. Let's have a look here then. No point in cutting this out because it's actually chipping in. Fantastic. No point in cutting that out whatsoever. But yeah, anyway, back at hole 4, or whenever I fail first. Let's see. Okay, back here. I don't overly like this hole because it's a 14-yard drop, and I always find that screws me up way more than it should do, but yeah, it's okay, I suppose. I'm not even going to hit that with backspin because I did mess up both accuracy and power, and I have a -1%. So no point in backspinning that whatsoever. However, that is a much nicer shot than before. Yeah, straight putt. No qualms whatsoever. Yes, your ever is always whatted, so deal with it. So yeah, that is hole 4. As I was saying, the front 9 and the back 9 are technically the same. It's just you have what is the equivalent of front and back tees. The hole, you know, the green, Jesus Christ, the green and the hole itself are the same, but you've got 2 different tee positions. I really do not like this at all. This is exactly why I feared playing this mode, because yeah, stuff like that keeps happening. Now I've got to start all over again, and it's only hole 5 of 18. God, back in a bit.
Nice shot. Excellent. Birdie putt. Nice birdie. Nice shot. Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice birdie. Nice on. Birdie putt. Nice birdie. Nice shot.
Why did I super that?
Nice on. Birdie putt.
I need to stop super backspinning stuff. Seriously, super backspin is a curse in this particular mode. Maybe this will go in though? That would be very, very nice. Oh god, it does as well. Beautiful. Let's have another look at that. Haha, brilliant stuff. Perfectly judged, weighted power and you know, break and everything. That was beautiful. But yeah, I really need to stop super backspinning things because that's just not helpful on this course whatsoever. Especially not with Mario's power of the spin. You know, Mario's spin is very, very strong. So, as you can see, it screwed me up on this one as well. Jesus. And that was only normal backspin. Oh boy. I think this putt should be okay though. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so hole 5 is done this time. We've actually gotten one hole further. Obviously, every time I fail this, I have to play every single hole again, so it's not easy, to be honest. Anyway, going to backspin this because I did get the power right. I didn't get the accuracy perfect though, so that's kind of annoying. I really should have used Peach for this though. Peach I think would be much better, but I'm using Mario because of the height. I want the straight shot regardless of who I use for this, so that kind of limits it to Peach, Yoshi, Mario, and PT right now. The problem is Peach's drive is pretty low, so you know the ball will roll a lot more when I use her. Yoshi would be okay, but Yoshi's is slightly low as well, and PT just doesn't have enough control. So that really leaves Mario, who doesn't really have enough control either, but will have to do, you know? That's kind of where it ended up. It's like, well, Mario's gonna have to be okay, and I should have backspun that. That could have gone in the hole. But never mind. Does not make a difference. It's a flat putt, so hole 7 is not treated me nastily. And we're going onward. Strongly onward, I suppose. Hole 8. Hole 8 is a bit annoying, but not too bad, I suppose. Really kind of depends how you hit this first shot and where that pin is. That pin is in an okay position at the moment, so I'm kind of happy with that. I will be happy if this stays on the green though. Come on, please. Okay, good, thank you. That shouldn't be a ridiculously challenging putt. It has got a significant break though. Let's try that and hope this works. Come on, please. Thank you. Good stuff. That was perfectly judged with the hill too. So, we're going on fairly strongly. Here's closing out the front 9. Hole 9 has got a pretty big green, so hitting the target is not too hard, but actually getting a decent shot off of it can be. Especially with a ridiculously messed up shot like that. Oh my god, that was bad. So freaking terrible, but you know, it actually worked out very, very good because the missed power balanced the missed accuracy, and it turned out to be pretty much flat. So there we go. So that is the front 9, which is pretty good. I've only been doing this for about just under 13 minutes in total, so to get the front 9 cleared in the first 13 minutes is decent. However, now we have the back 9 to take care of, and what I'm trying to look for, I'm trying to look for the pin that we, not even the pin, there it is, there's the bit of tee that we used before, there's the front tee effectively. So now we're shooting at this one from the other side, and well, it's a little bit harder from the other side because you don't have quite as much approaching room. Not gonna hit that with any form of backspin because that would just take it off the green. I think that should bounce very favourably. Very favourably indeed. That's within 3 feet. Fantastic. So that is hole 10 done. Okay, come on, going strong, going strong. Number 11. It's not too bad from this side. It's not very long, so you know it's a very short hole, which means that you've got to be a little bit careful. You know, the hill here can really take this shot. Not even going to backspin now. That could have probably done with doing so, but with it being a sand wedge, that would basically just drop. So backspin would have really kicked in there, and it would have probably taken it almost off the green, to be honest. I would not have been surprised with Mario's spin start. That was really close. Come on, let me get a better angle on that. No, that's not a better angle in the slightest. What I want is the other one that it could show me. Oh, that would have gone, actually. That would have been fine, but this is the one I wanted. Yeah, that just kicked right off the edge. Thank God that stayed. Seriously. I'd have been annoyed if that one didn't. Now, hole 12, it's approaching this one from the other side. I actually find this a little bit easier because it's not quite as big a drop. So, yeah, it's further away though. So you've got to factor that in. But it's alright. Usually a straightforward one to hit the green on. Which is nice because that is what we've done. And I think this is a flat putt. Oh, not quite flat, but it's not too much of a break. So that should go in. And indeed it does. Alright, hole 12 is done. Could this be the run? LP's curse says no, but we'll see. Right, hole 13, approaching this one from the other side. Well, the pin is in a kind of awkward position to approach from this side, but I think it'll be okay. Just gonna put normal backspin on that because I undershot it by 1 bar, so the normal backspin should be enough to carry it decently. Yep, super backspin would have probably got it in, but at the same time, if that clattered off the pin, that would have gone off the green. So, not worth the risk. You don't need to hole-in-one these, so there's no point in deliberately trying for hole-in-ones. And that is my strategy. Right. Hole 14 is quite long again, so there's more to do here. I'm going to once again hit the top of the ball because I do find it's better for control, and that is my strategy after all, is to try and control these as much as possible.
Nice shot.
Don't know if I really done good without spinning that, but it looks like I have. Yep, it's on the green still, and that is nice. I actually haven't hit the fringe at all yet, so there is another good thing. I might well keep this run if this is fully successful, because, you know, in its entirety, because it is actually a good thing. I do kind of want to keep the complete winning run, so we'll have to see. Hole 15, approaching this one from the other side is not that bad either, so yeah. Most of them are not too bad going from the opposite end that you started at. You know, a lot of them have still got decently wide targets, and yeah, that was excellent. As the game said, that is really excellent. So yeah, this is definitely positive, very positive. Come on, 3 holes left. Can we do it? I hope so. Hole 16. Hole 16 is uphill, so that is a bit of a jerk move, but, you know, it's not that bad actually. It's just, yeah, I'm going to go with a 5-iron here because I really don't want to hit this short. I can get away with a backspin of sorts if I need to anyhow, so yeah, absolutely perfectly hit shot, which is very, very good. Hitting the higher club lowers the trajectory, so it takes it out of the wind a little bit as well, and as you can see, that has made an excellent shot there, and we are very comfortable. Oh, come on, this is totally doable. Really, really doable. 2 holes left. Hole 17, I actually think this one's in the wrong order. Hole 17 is hole 7. So I don't know quite why this is here, but it's a very short hole, which means it's prone to backspin overuse. But yeah, if you are careful with it, you can just misundershoot the stuff and not even need the backspin in the first place. Come on, please get on the green. Okay, phew. Actually turned out to be a fantastic shot as well, but oh my god, that was nervy like hell. Alright, last hole. Last hole. We have got 1 more left to do, Mario. Let's make it count. It's only 75 yards. Come on, you can totally do this. The green is approachable enough. You can see there is a decent... Considering we're using an approach wedge here, this is a decent target. And backspin that because I hit it 1 bar too hard. And that looks like it's going to land on the green quite nicely. Yep. Oh, backspin wasn't needed. Oh god, that's a bit more than I'd have liked. I think the break is nice though. The break is okay. That's doable. Come on. In it goes. Look at that. That is perfect. We have done it in about the 4th try or something. Absolutely brilliant. Mario, you truly freaking deserve that one. Get in! Oh, so that is one of my most hated modes, already done. The other one, of course, is Ring Attack, which we're going to see much later, but yes, we have unlocked the front 9 holes for one-on-one putts. I am not actually going to do one-on-one putt because that is exactly the same as Birdie Challenge, except you have to get on the green every time. So you have to get on the green on your first shot and putt in the second. But if you notice during this thing, I actually hit every single shot on the green and then 1-putt it. Therefore, I have already done one-on-one putt doing the Birdie Challenge, so I don't have to do one-on-one putt. However, the major reason why I've done this is because you get a character for it. You get Bowser Jr. Yep, Bowser Jr. is a character you can play as during this game. He is actually very, very good, statistically one of the best in my opinion, and we will definitely be putting him to use very soon. Oh, I don't believe that went as well as it did. You know, that is absolutely fantastic. I might not even cut this, it depends, because I've done it pretty much without hassle. Anyway, Bowser Jr., you can see he has 268 yard drive, which is pretty fantastic to be honest. He's a straight shot, he's 2 bars below average in height, so he's kind of low. That's the only bad point about him in my opinion. I don't like bar below height characters. And his spin is just above neutral. I think it's about 1 or 2 bars above. As a normal character, he has 211 yards as his drive, and we will be using him at some point soon. I suppose I should make a point of saying Boo as well. I never showed off Boo before. Boo has got an extremely heavy draw. I think it's 6 bars? Might be 1 bar below Bowser, or maybe tied with Bowser, I don't know. So very, very heavy draw, but the advantages of Boo is that he's got a slightly longer drive than... Okay, it's the same distance as a normal character, but as a star character, his drive is slightly longer than Yoshi, and he has the same level of control. He has 1 level of control better than Birdo, and Birdo is only very slightly better in drive distance. His height, I think his height is 1 bar below average. I'll probably show these off when I'm done with the game, you know, the exact stats, because I do have them available on my other save file, but the way you have to show the stats of the main characters is to use custom characters and, you know, select clubs, which is something I can't do because I don't have Advanced Tour anymore. But I can do it on my old save file because that already has a plethora of characters from the GBA games. Not the point. His spin is pretty weak, but the major draw for him is that he's got the same control as Yoshi, but a slightly higher distance. It's offset though. That draw is ridiculous, and depending on the course, he could get screwed up by it. Anyway, that is enough of this mode, thank God for that. This has been gamercal playing Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, and join me next time when I think I'm going to do the next tournament, because I might as well, you know? Having successfully done this birdie challenge, the next logical step is to get the next course unlocked, so let's do that. So yeah, see you guys next time, thank you for watching.